Hello, hello. Welcome to the finale of Live Alive. Or hopefully it's the finale if that final boss doesn't kick my ass or anything. I'm always hoping for that. Alright, last time we progressed through more of, those character dungeons. We got the, I guess you could call them the ultimate weapons for our, for our lineup here that we're going to the final boss with. That being Kira, Cube, Pogo, and Sundown. And I did a bit of a grinding off stream. With the exception of Cube, who I sadly couldn't get like a single mat drop for. Everyone's, around the 16 to 18 range, which I've read is like, good enough for the end game here. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident here, all things considered. Sundown and Pogo are the main DPS here, with Akira being there for primarily like, elemental utility, SAS effects, and also some like big AoE attacks. Cube, he's there for healing, and also, some long-range DPS utility. But Pogo and Sundown, they're the main big hitters here. Alright, that being said though, let's head in there and show Odia what we're made of. Diamond statue again, like we did last time. Secret passage that Oerstead once went down. Up we go. Try to leave. There he is, the man of the hour. The guy behind all this. Let's give him a piece of our mind. Granted, only 2 of our guys can speak, but don't worry about it. So, do you think Pogo has any idea what he's saying, or is it all just coming out as just gibberish to him? Like, here he is speaking in, like, you know, in this pentameter or whatever, and, like, Pogo's just not absorbing any of it. Okay, he understood that. Now, Pogo, he's the guy who's here for, you know, his girl. I like how he has lines for each party member you bring in. That's really good. Bring it on. We're actually ready this time. We're not gonna go out with a whimper, Odio. There it is. It's just as freakish as last time we tried this fight. Alright, here goes. There. Alright, they're all resistant to, Furious main AoE, so let's try charging up a Judgment Day to start things off. Alright, Sundown hurt a bit. That's okay, he's got the counterattack. God damn. That's probably like one of the best stacks in the game right there. Just being able to hit up to 7 times. Like, sure, you get debuffed afterward, but still, like, usually most normal enemies are dead in that time. So it's pretty good trade-off, all things considered. Speaking of big hits, let's see how much this does. Alright, not the most, but still, we managed to hit both of them at least. Just the counter, but that's okay. At least we didn't waste a turn on it. Alright, Pogo's hurt a lot, so let's get in there and try to heal him up. Since Akira should be fine for the time being, at least. Okay, there we go. Could be bad. Or never mind, that's just a heal, alright. Not a big heal either, that's surprising. But it did buff it, so meh. Alright. Do your thing, Cube. Alright, this should do the trick. Okay, not quite. Being debuffed doesn't help matters, but still. Almost there. Almost there. Ah! Oh no. Yeah, let's fire off one of these. Since we have plenty of healing to spare after all. Really? You had the miss cube? Let's try... Go, wee jump. Damn, worth a try. Alright, get the Grumpy Cube and not Sundown. Ah! No, it's fine, we got the counter. Alright, mouth is down. Yeah, we're just popping another one of these. Alright, now let's focus down this eye next. Getting you off that danger tile. If that big AoE can't, you know, land a few hits at minimum. Alright, they're weak to fire, that's good. Placing faith in them staying alive for like at least one more turn, so like Cube can heal. Really? A whopping 3 damage, Sundown? Alright. Darn, okay, so don't... Maybe I should hold off on the huge AoE attacks if they're gonna heal like the top boss up there. Ouch. Let's get over here and start focusing down this eye. Really? He missed again? Alright. Hopefully, like, the debuffs go away sooner rather than later. Not a big AoE heal, but an AoE heal regardless. Alright, Pogo, please don't miss again. That's all I'm asking you. You gotta be kidding me. Are you actually for real, Pogo? Alright, they got a debuff at least. Alright, once again, they're just really hooked on focusing on Sundown. Alright, cool, that also missed at one of the worst possible times. Right. Don't miss this time. Don't miss, don't miss, don't miss. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, that basically negated that attack. Awesome. Let's finish this eye off, and then let's start rolling up again. Alright, I guess I'll just... Okay, we avoid the damage. How much is this gonna do? Not very is the answer. Alright, Akira, you're starting to get a tad too hurt for my liking. Well, like, we'll get some more damage and then we'll start the healing again. Alright, now let's move in and then heal. Since I'm not counting on them to, like, be able to snipe at sundown from that far. We're managing pretty good pace here, all things considered. Like, having consistent heals from Cube is very, very clutch. Alright, I don't know why that move specifically keeps missing. Unless there's some kind of, like, hidden accuracy system I am unaware of. Let's move you into just the one. Alright, if this lands, then awesome, nice. Alright. Then it's just a matter of healing again with Cube, and then we'll brace ourselves for whatever, like, that last ad up there has in store. Oh no. Everyone's separated. Alright, sick. Kinda Kefka coded. Alright, first we want you topped off sundown just in case. Alright, no weaknesses. That's a... Okay, nor does he have any resistances, which is great news. We don't gotta worry about that. Oh, that's a ton of damage. I don't like that. Hey, good thing we stuck Cube in this corner. Both Cube and Sundown got, like, sent to the same corner, so that's good. I say Cube, but we should probably just use, like, our abundance of healing on you know, Sundown's turn. Oh, I keep forgetting that effect primarily just drops a puddle, so it doesn't matter if it actually, like, is in range of the enemy or not. Alright, I would have loved for that to not miss. Alright, please don't. Okay, good. Not that damaging, as not as dire as I expected for like an AoE by one of the final bosses. Alright, Sundown next. Let's move Pogo in closer so we can land. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just hit him with one of the jumps. You know, Pogo's kind of a dragoon if you think about it. He jumps good after all, and he has kind of a pointy weapon. I think if we sharpen out that bone of his, it could like get best for a dragoon lance. I think. Akira, let's charge you up. And Cube, let's heal up your buddy here. Alright, please don't kill Akira in one blow. Alright, not the case, at least. He'll get a counter and also his next attack off. Okay, Pogo's in mode more danger, so he should get the heal on this turn. Not as much as I would have liked, but still. Uh-oh. Hopefully this won't leave anyone in too dire straits. An interrupted Sundown's attack, which sucks, but we're still not dead, and that's what matters. Only health point that matters is the last one, after all. As the saying goes. Right, Cube, once again, let's wall up here. Ouch. Alright. Decent damage. Not as many hits I would have liked, but I'll take it. Oh, oh, we're just stuck on this tile. That's scary. Let's just keep healing up here. Somehow that isn't close enough. Okay. Alright, yeah, maybe I will pop another scroll. Hopefully that's the last time I'm going to use it before, presumably Odio's final form comes along. One sec of this charge attack got interrupted, which thankfully it didn't. But he is still very hurt. Oh no, this might be for Akira. Uh-oh. Alright, hopefully that won't cost us the fight. Alright, don't miss this time, please. Alright, good. Alright, that's... by very minor, they mean, like, very minor. Okay. Alright, there's that AoE again. Alright, not all that devastating, since everyone's actually close enough that we can actually use this AoE without much not much commitment. Ooh, nice. Really good Hurricane there, Sundown. Oh no. It's probably gonna cancel our charge attacks. Yep, damn. Alright, let's just charge him up again. Alright, he's almost dead. Alright, let's do one more AoE here. And then hopefully Sundown should be able to just snipe him to death. Nice. GG, Odio. We won, but if only Akira was here to see it. No XP though, so at least, like, you know, he's not missing out on that. There's Oersted.
お前たちの勝ちだ。さあ、とどめを刺せよ。
Nah, let's show mercy. It was a very well fought final fight, Oersted. You did good. You did good. Let's just walk away. He gets to live. Like, sure, he's full of a bunch of bad stuff, but that doesn't mean he deserves to die for all of it. He lived a hard life, after all. Oh, hey. It's the fellas! The gang! You missed everything, Takahara, I'm sorry. Anyway, we already clapped him, so that was cool. He's so mad that we're not, you know, that we're not gonna kill him. His many faces. He's got a lot of them. 8, in fact. The Beast. Everyone gets to have the rematches.
人間が存在する限り永遠に続く感情なのだ。その感情の名を憎しみ。
Oh?
オーディオという。俺は帰るんだ。
Yeah, he's being a dumb bird god once. He'll do it again. Yeah! You tell him. Main theme's kicking in once again. I think we've got this in the bag. All the battles they're stowing at the same time. I've never seen a transition just start like repeatedly like this. Alright, Hube, you're up first. If the communicator is static, a familiar voice can be heard. Every action is taking services of a single goal: to cultivate the ideal community. To build, to nurture, help them reach their full potential. This was and is ever my purpose. And so my judgment must be beyond reproach. Disagreement, disruption, defiance, these cannot be tolerated. You are an impediment to the vision. You cannot be allowed to continue. Alright, time for the run back. Back into the video game we go. Once again, they are telling this child to die, but they refuse. Okay, they're just replaying all the scenes. Alrighty then. He's back to transform into an ugly frog again. I remember that Twink, put aside his differences with us to be up this dinosaur. The monkey is unfazed.
せかけだけのルチャ野郎。関節技だけのハン。所詮ウドの大木のイヤウケアに道家に過ぎマックス。そしてあの森部とかいう老いぼれ、どいつも己の弱さゆえに死んでいったの。お前の名を残してな。倒した者の命を絶てずして真の勝利などない。俺こそが最強。オディ・オブライトだ。
He's understandably angry about this.
やってることは格闘技じゃない。ただの殺戮だ。ナムキャットの足技、グレートエイジャの飛び技、ハンの関節技、ジャッキーの力、モーガンのパワー、森部のじいさんの奥義が、そしてこの俺の怒りがてめえをぶっ潰す。
The hand of his is telling him to grasp victory after all.
てめえか。
And here we are at the very first story we played through. Feels so long ago. Man, I can't believe this is like the first battle in the game I played. Like, depending on the story, like, you choose, they just throw you in at the last boss of the chapter. And lastly, the goat. Go, Kira. Stop instrumentality once again. Alright, are we starting? Alright, here we go. Honestly, like, that sequence probably could have been, like, you know, cut in half if they just, like, immediately cut to, like, the fights after the cutscenes leading up to them, instead of just playing them all at once. As I sure was just sitting there for, like, 10 minutes straight, just watching, you know, the same scene from, like, several hours ago play out. I know, yeah, this boss ain't shit now, because, like, Cube is so strong now. He's taking no damage whatsoever. He's making this, you know, program gone rogue regret every single one of his decisions in the last, like, several hours on this spaceship. And once again, GG no re. Shake my hand that Cube doesn't have. Shake his foot instead. Alright. Ha! You're also dealing zero damage to us. Because of everything we've learned from our master. Oh, that was that was almost a one-hit kill. On second level, if all the fights are gonna go this quickly, then yeah, maybe it was better they just played all the cutscenes at once. Oh man, our buddy's not here this time. I wanted more yaoi, damn it. And I didn't see that was resistant. Oops. It's fine. He's taking all the damage in spite of him resisting it. Chat, is he stupid? He might be stupid. Alright, first we gotta get out of the puddle. Then we can... what are you weak to? Okay, you're weak to that, huh? Alright. Man, you're straight up humiliating these bosses during the rematch. Kinda great. And he's also down. Alright, dinosaur, here we go. I'm glad we get to hear this really good riff once again. Alright, this one isn't going out an ass quickly, but we're in a good spot, regardless. Alright, once again, Pogo. He's just this game's Dragoon. Technically history's first Dragoon. I meet someone. I hit him with the Wii jump. They get pushed back. They move forward. The cycle repeats. Alright, that time he didn't get pushed back. Uh-oh. Alright, you fool. I've been buffed this patch. My frame data has improved tremendously. Alright, get command grabbed. Rush. Oh, that's the most damage any one of these rematches have done to us. Alright, good, we still have our healing.
これだ
I don't want to risk, like, one of our attacks missing, so let's just shove some grass down her throat and then hit him a few more times. Alright, that was enough. Once again, our cowboy boyfriend is missing. Live and Live is kind of like the OG Brokeback Mountain, if you think about it. Oh my... That was like comedically little healing. Comically small heal. Alright, here goes! We get the rematch with our theme song blaring. Hell yes. I was expecting them to use the lyrical version this time. Oh well. Still gonna give this guy the juice anyway. Kiku! Babylon Kiku! Alright. We clapped those rematches, chat. Utterly demolished. What do you think of that, huh, Odio? Bet it pisses you off, huh? Well, there's rematches, Reese. I was not leveling, like, half of, like, the party. Because being cynical is lame, Odio. No, this was not how it was supposed to go. His vibes are becoming more and more horrendous. Nope, one more phase here. Cube is also locking in. We're gonna get you out of there. I promise you. Oh, there's all the other forms are in the background. That's so sick. Alright, weak to that once again. Boo. But let's see if we can't hit it with a mother's shame. What would your mom think of this for instead? Oh, that actually did more damage than I expected. Nice miss, buddy. Alright, as for Cube, let's... I wish you didn't resist, like, your only, like, you know, non-charge attack, but... One of your only non-charge attacks, but... Let's see here... Unlike the previous form, he is actually weak to stuff. Maybe he got so pissed that he inadvertently left himself open. Alright, hopefully this won't hurt. Please. Okay, that hurt Sundown a lot more. Let's just get him out of the damaged zones, the bad spots, the danger puddles, and other such terms. Oh, that's an arena-wide AoE. This is bad. Very bad. Alright, now it's time to pop another one of these. Explode now! Oh damn, he did explode. They don't normally explode when you say that. That's why I'm so surprised. Alright, yeah, let's continue to focus down that side. You're weak to that, alright. Alright, Sundown. You two are in this boss fight. Alright, please don't interrupt the attack. Alright, that was... I thought that was an AoE. Sometimes the indicators, you know, they can be a bit hard to spot. Actually, why don't we just pop, you know, most of the party off real quick here. Just in case our arm really decides to hurt us. Alright. Don't miss. There we go. So we like to see Pogo. Alright, thankfully it's just that side of the arena. Okay, yeah, the embodiment of all evil is susceptible to packet loss. He hates it when his internet gets, you know, gets spotty during, like, a really, like, intense prog session at FF14. Who knows, maybe this... maybe the actual reason this all happened is because Orsted, like, his DSR prog got interrupted because of his bad internet. Like, maybe there was, like, a DOS attack on, like, a really, like, bad day. On a really good day of prog, rather. Alright, luckily that didn't interrupt anyone, so we're still in the clear. Ciao! Rah! Alright, so about the center part rather than, you know, the right part there. This final boss thing is really good, by the way. I like how, like, incorporates, like, bits and pieces of Megalomania into it. Another Shimamura banger. Some rolling disdain. Akira, you are never punished. That's why you're the GOAT. You're also the GOAT, Pogo. Nice. Was worried that those last few hits would miss. All we need to worry about now is the middle part. What's he up to? Okay, that wasn't as big of a heal as I was fearing. The buffs are still very annoying. Oh no. I don't like debuffs. Whoosh, you're all healed. Darn, I was really hoping more of those would hit. Oh no. We're gonna get you out of there. I promise. Absolute condemnation? Oh, that's scary. I don't like that name. Stuck in the mud. He was displeased. All the other party members are stepping in. Yeah. Oh, all 7 party members. Yeah! Alright, let's fuck him up. Power. Is he waking up? We're getting through. Bit by bit, we're getting through. We're gonna free him from there. From the flesh prison. We're gonna scream him out. Almost there. Big damage. He's remembering. He's hitting us with the condemnation again. Commander said you can do it. Don't let him win. He's out. Was that it? Did we do it? We did it. How about them apples, Odio?
"私は 私は一体どこで間違ってしまったのだ。ざけんじゃねえよ。運命だかなんだか知らねえが、そいつは他人や神
I
様
mean,
が
it kind
決
of
めち
was
まう
is
も
the
んじゃねえ
thing.
だろ。
Like,
自分で決めるもんだ。確かにそれも人間の欲望ってやつなんだろうが。
I mean, I guess the point is that, like, sure, they push him to the brink, but, like, he decided to just, you know, be the villain they were convinced he was.
おしまいじゃねえか。
Wonder how this scene plays out in the other
そうだな。
stories. Like, especially for the characters who can't talk. All two of them.
人間であることを忘れ、誤った方法を選択してしまっていたのか。私が消えれば、お前たちもそれぞれの世界に帰れる。だが覚えておくがいい。誰しもが魔王になり得ることを。
Potentially, we can all become the Lord of
憎
Darkness.
しみがある限り、いつの世も覚えておくがいい。誰しもが魔王になり得ることを。
That doesn't mean everyone's gonna become a
憎
lord.
しみがある限り、いつの世も。
じじい、
Everyone
間
goes.
違ってないかい、私は。
I think the master would agree with her decision.
どんな世も必ず開けると。
ああ
Here's, I'll drink to that.
求め続ける最強の道を。それでも人は生きる。
幸せだぜ。俺には帰るところがある。
Yep. He's gotta get back to his stand after all. Look at that. No longer shrouded by darkness. All the life's coming back. All the colors coming back. Everyone's back in their home eras. Look at Pogo. Now a happy father. Nope, not the only father here. And look at that, cubes are around. He nods, having overcome his robot prejudices. And she's keeping the practice alive. And even those goons have turned over a new leaf. Good for them. And Sundown is still just doing his own thing. Living spaces. Sending off on another journey. He's gotta fight all the DLC characters, of course. He's gotta take their moves next. I thought he was gonna run away because it's Oboromaru who's the bodyguard. No way is anyone gonna win against him. Is he finally gonna get the tailboard to work? Nope, not yet. Someday, though. Someday he will. And that's it. That's Live Live. That's a real cool video game. Very, very cool conceptually and in execution. Like seven different like, you know, stories, each of their own distinct tone and gameplay styles. It's really cool for the era, and this remake also like kept all of that intact. And the way they, like, you know, all converge at the end, it's also really cool for the time. Very Dragon Quest IV-esque, even if, like, I do think the execution of that final chapter still leaves, like, a bit to be desired. Like, still not a fan of, like, you know, you just being forced to, like, run around, like, all throughout the the game world to just, you know, find everyone, getting into encounters. And it also has, like, you know, the Octopath issue where, like, none of the characters really, like, have any dialogue with each other. And they really should. And it's a bit of a missed opportunity to, like, not add that in this remake. But so it is what it is. And the rest of the game is also, like, fantastic. Yeah, really cool RPG through and through. Definitely worth a playthrough in my opinion. For anyone. Especially since it's like, you know, it doesn't have like a lot of like, you know, other RPG mechanics you would expect, which I think is for the better. Like, there is no money you have to worry about whatsoever in this game, so like, you don't even have to worry about equipment much up until like the final chapter. And also, I appreciate how, like, your HP regenerates entirely between each fight. That's good. I like not having to worry about healing my guys. Also, I like how Cube is voiced by himself, because who else would he be voiced by? Once again, I really gotta commend, like, the music in this remake. Like, all the different styles and, like, the orchestrated, like, tracks specifically, those are all also very, very beautiful to listen to. Yoko Shimomura, once again, like, at the top of her game here. But yeah, a lot of, like, every single element here just comes together really well. And it's, like, a fantastic package. The hunt continues for the two of them. And look at that, they didn't get chased that time. Gigalomania? I don't think we've heard that track actually. Hmm. Hard. Is that it? Okay, no, just the rest of the credits here. Just playing the chapter select theme, which is a very beautiful theme, mind you. Not that I mind it. I enjoy getting to listen to it again. But yeah, Square, they made like the correct decision to remake this game specifically. Out of like the other Super Nintendo games in their backlog. And I do hope they have another one of these cooking in the oven. Since it's been a good, what, 3 years since this remake came out. I hope this sold well enough for them to like, continue to do them for their like more niche RPGs. Like Bahamut Lagoon is like a game I think would be a really good one to remake. Late Super Nintendo title of theirs that was not released outside Japan. I think that would also appreciate, a what am I trying to say here? It would also like benefit from a remake, is what I'm saying. And I am sad that like that Chrono Trigger one that people like, we thought it was real, but nope, it wasn't. It was just a slip of the tongue. That would be cool to see happen someday, though. Like, I know some people, like, they're kind of divided on, HD 2D as, like, a presentation style, but I like it for what it is. I just think it's neat. But yeah, I've been thinking about how to rank all like the stories in the game, all the chapters rather. And I think it goes like near future or Middle Ages at the top, then far future, Imperial China, prehistory, feudal Japan, and then the present chapter at the bottom. I think also there isn't really a chapter in the game I hate necessarily. They're all great, but some definitely like are more like fleshed out and more fun than the others. Like, you know, near future, like I like the story of that one a lot, and also like the mecha set piece at the end is really cool. Meanwhile, Middle Ages, that's where like, you know, the game's story really like begins to take a turn and like reveals its hand, and it's really well executed. Some genuinely like really unexpected twists for a game from this era. Then Far Future, that's a really good and atmospheric, you know, almost like a horror story. Then Imperial China, I like the storyline where like, you know, he has to like raise the students and like, you know, oh hey, you're welcome for playing. I'm glad I played it. Imperial China, that's also really good. You bet you'll see me around. And then prehistory, that's endearing. I like how like there's no spoken dialogue whatsoever. So it's, you know, focuses a lot on like, you know, expressions for comedy, and also conveys like a story really well without using any dialogue whatsoever. And then feudal Japan, that's a cool chapter as well. Gameplay wise, it's a bit of a puzzle to like figure out how to get, you know, to the end, you know, finding the keys and trying to go for like the pacifist run. That's a puzzle in and of itself, really. It's not for everyone, but also like, you know, I didn't really have like the most fun of this since again it is kind of a maze. And then present, I love the fighting game aesthetic and presentation, but also like it's too short. I wanted more out of it. Like What's There is fantastic, but like I beat that thing in like under an hour. And I just realized I forgot to rate the Wild West chapter. I put that between Imperial China and the prehistory chapter. Like that one, really cool Wild West atmosphere. I just wish the gameplay was more than like, you know, gathering supplies to, you know, determine how like the boss fight at the end goes. Besides that, cool chapter. And that's it. That's Live a Live. Ultimately, real glad I played it. Also awesome how they changed up the opening slightly to reflect how you know, already beat the game once. Since they're showing bits from the ending there. But yeah, that'll do it. That was Live a Live. Let's see, who to raid. Yeah, I'm gonna send you all over to Bloomin. He's in the middle of playing Modded Balatro. He found a mod that adds Yu-Gi-Oh cards to the game, so he's having a blast with that, I imagine. And yeah, go say hi. Give him some support. Yeah. With that said, thanks to anyone who came out tonight and just watched any parts of like this Live a Live playthrough. You're wonderful. And I hope you will continue to have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.